This has to be my favorite one. It's actually quite easy to do. I don't need to do anything. They're already cool. It's going to look great. Today, we're going to see how we can transfer our own photos onto old book pages. And then I'll show you what we can actually do with these cool photo transfers. It's definitely a fun process and looks great when it's done. When you use a book or a dictionary page in the background of your photo, it creates a very nice effect behind the photo transfer. It's going to look very interesting. It's going to have this unique and interesting appearance. It's going to look great. So let's start now. Let's see how it works. So first, we obviously need to gather our book or dictionary pages. It's a good idea to recycle pages from an old textbook or any other book that is outdated and has no other use. This process also allows you to experiment with different types of papers. Any papers you can find that have a cool design on them or text or anything interesting. So it's super fun. Experimenting is always fun for me. And of course, it's a great way to recycle papers that have no other use. We gotta save the planet. Do what you can. The only other thing you need to make sure is that these pages are strong enough to handle our transfer and won't fall apart or tear. If they do need some help, you can always prime them with clear gesso. And as you can see, I'm doing a pretty bad job here tearing these pages out. So for a more clean cut, you can use an artist knife to get the pages cleanly out of the book, which I should have used here as well. So now that we have our beautiful pages, let's begin our transfer process. There are obviously many ways to transfer inkjet or laser photos using different mediums. And today we're going to use a gel plate for our photo transfer. And if you don't have a gel plate, you can easily make your own homemade plate. Check out this video to see how you can make your own homemade gel plate. And I also show a vegan option. So here are the basic supplies we need to get started. By the way, there are links to all the supplies I'm using today below this video in the description area, so make sure you check it out soon. So now let's start the fun by creating the background for a photo transfer. To create the background, you can use inexpensive acrylic craft paints. Just spread them on the plate any way you want. Use stencils, stamps, or any other tool you have around to create marks and impressions in the paint. Then simply place your book page face down onto the paint and pull the paint onto the page. As you can see, I like to use a lot of colorful paints. I like a nice colorful background because it makes the final transfer pop. But you should definitely use the colors you love or the ones that match the image you are transferring. By the way, you can leave these pages as is. If you like it this way, you don't have to paint it. Okay, I'm pretty sure by now you got the idea. So now let's move on to the important part and make our photo transfer. Sorry for the interruption, but if you have my new book, this process is on page 152. Use a laser printer to print your photo. But if you don't have a laser printer, don't worry. You can always use a toner-based photocopy from your local copy center. It works just the same. And by the way, I placed links to my laser printer and the paper I'm using below this video. So make sure to check it out. Use a dark color, heavy body acrylic paint and spread it evenly on the gel plate. Place your laser printed photo face down onto the wet paint. and press it down with your hands. As you can see, the photo left a nice impression on the plate. And now let's pull our photo off the plate and onto the book page. Now, while the photo is still wet, place it onto the painted book page and press it down with a clean brayer. This will help transfer the photo onto the book page. Carefully pull the book page away, hopefully without tearing it. So yeah, this one worked great. And I didn't tear it. So now I'm going to quickly repeat the process and create another image side by side. And soon you will see why. And I actually need a couple more pages. I really love this one. So now let's see what we can do with these beautiful photo transfers. Obviously, you can mount them on wood or canvas for beautiful display. You can use them in a collage or even frame them. But one of the reasons I made these pages today is so I can glue them over my journal pages. This is a great method, especially if you arrive to the last journal pages, just like I did, and you're worried about making ugly pages. I worry about it all the time. This fear can actually prevent you from ever finishing the journal. I don't think I ever actually finished the journal. Okay, so let's see how we can add these finished pages to the journal. It's actually quite easy to do. So this is my personal / art journal, and I have now reached the last few pages. I am almost there. I'm going to finish this journal today. In order to attach these printed book pages, I'm going to use matte medium. But you can of course use any type of acid-free glue or medium you like. Simply put a nice amount and spread it evenly so you don't get the dreadful wrinkles. Use an old card to smooth down the page so it's nice and flat. And if you don't like using glue in your journal, you can always use some masking or washi tape. That works great as well. And finally, the last page. I'm done, I'm actually done. I really finished my journal today. Yay, first time ever. I really hope you enjoyed this video today and you even learned something new. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to try this process. And also if you have any questions for me about this process, of course, not something else. I also have an online class teaching this fun process, how to gel print your own photos. It's a really fun class, it's self-paced, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So if you're interested, as usual, check out the links below this video. I, of course, had a lot of fun making this video for you. And if you enjoyed it too and want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. Anything, even all the images. And of course, it's a great way to recycle. Recycling is important. Okay, so now that we have our beautiful papers, let's do something. Let's do something with them. That was not a good one. Check it out soon. Just like I did. I'm at the end. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Do I really want to finish it and move on?